Kerala being one of the leading sporting states, it is indeed a privilege for me today. The subject on which I am going to talk today is a subject which is not only plaguing Kerala as such, but most of the sporting organization in the country, and barring cricket, I suppose, and everyone knows why, because cricket is seen as a religion in our country and there is no dearth of funds for them, especially after the 83 World Cup. But by and large, all other associations, organizations, be it in private or in public, be it in not-for-profit or in commercial space, they do struggle for financial self-sufficiency or independence. And there are reasons for it. During the talk, we'll go across it one by one. But what is financial sufficiency? What is independence? We need to understand that first. It is basically your income and cost is same. So that means it's an ability of an organization to generate revenue enough to cover its cost or expenses. It's easier said than done because largely most of the organizations depend on single source of funding, which is largely a government thing, and I'm talking about the National Sports Federation. I know the State Sports Federation, it's not the same because they only get funding for, say, some competition or preparing a team for national championship as such. And why do we require financial sufficiency? Why do we actually require financial independence? What is happening today is that most of the organizations, because they have only single source of revenue or they are dependent on, say, a government funding, they cannot plan for the future. So they have to do planning for short term. And doing any planning in short term will never have you a long-term results or have fruitful results, I would say. Because you don't know yourself. Every association is not aware that, okay, next year what is the kind of funding which I'll get from the government. So how do I plan for the next year? Whereas if you see in the larger sporting nations which are successful, they have a very long-term vision and actually they have assurances that, okay, for your next Olympic cycle you're going to get money. Be it US, be it UK, be it Australia. So that whole Olympic cycle funding is already assured. So therefore, unless you have financial independence, you will never be able to plan in the long term. You will never be able to plan the actual talent pipeline. You will never be able to create infrastructure which is required for your athletes or for your talent. You cannot get the right kind of technology into the sporting ecosystem, and that is how you don't progress in long term.